the blueprint.
An absolute must-see.
Now, first of all, I want to welcome you all to what? Michigan. That's what recruits want for Christmas. We on the list again. Stay tuned, keep your eyes glued, make sure you listen in. John Reeves is doing this thing, the blueprint gets it in.
Welcome to the Blueprint Show. This your man, Michigan Man Ray.
And your boy Zeek.
Coming to you from the A. What's going on? Big week this week. Tomorrow, the game. You got number 4 Michigan against number 8 Wisconsin, Zeek. You know, and Michigan is looking for the 50th all-time victory against the Badgers. It's going to be the 65th meeting, and Michigan holds a 49-14 with one tie record against Wisconsin. That is dominance, and I really want to dominate them tomorrow, Zeek. And I know you an X and O guy. What you think about this game? You got a prediction? Because you was right on the money the last 2 weeks, man.
Well, what I like about the matchup, man, it gives us a chance to beat a top 10 team. I mean, I think we haven't beaten a top 10 team in the last 12 opportunities. So the last time we did beat a top 10 team, it happened to be Wisconsin. So let's go ahead and close that circle up, get this one done, and give these boys the confidence that they can play with the best in the country, which, I feel like they already know that, but it's just good to kind of put it out there on paper that, knock that notch off the list.
Knock it.
And with that being said, I really do like our chances a lot. I like the fact that the matchups are our strengths. Sometimes we match up against different teams that don't have our talent, but they have their strengths or the things that they do real well, maybe something that, we're, not as strong in. But I think with this matchup, it's strength on strength. And I think it'll really give our athletes a chance to separate themselves, the Michigan athletes, I should say, to separate their dominance on the field Saturday.
And it's the first time that they matched up with both of them. Like you said, both of them being in the top 10. And I just believe that this is a game where Michigan can make a hell of a statement to the world. You know what I mean? Games like this, you got to dominate. Just go on and dominate. Where everybody expecting it to be close and expecting it to be good. This is when you come out and just dominate, man, for where we're going. We got to get that natty this year.
The one thing I'll say about that, though, with them, with Wisconsin having the injuries, their best defensive player being injured. Now, I know that's going to be a big story, but this guy has 9 tackles in 4 games. So, I'll just leave that there. He may be their best player on paper, but the stats don't say that. Yeah. So I'm sure that, whether Michigan dominates or wins a close game, we're going to hear about, their injuries and who they had and who they didn't have. So you won't hear Michigan mention anything about Brian Monet if he doesn't play. No one's going to mention anything about Jeremy Clark if he doesn't play. Obviously, he's not playing. But, it's always our opponents' teams, and who they have and who they don't have playing, that says something about our victories. The way I see it, a W is a W no matter who's on the field. So that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and then, Michigan, the reason I believe it won't be close is because, number one, our defense is, man, Don Brown has been unleashing it, man, week after week. He's coming to get after it. But offensively, we could put them in some bad matchups, Their linebackers, can you imagine them trying to check a Labril Peppers on offense and make Doom, now Higdon with Darboh, Jake Butt? I mean, we could just put them in some unfavorable matchups all game long. And that's, I believe that's going to be key. No matter who's out there for Wisconsin that's injured or not, like you said, they can't use that as an excuse, man. The game is played when it's played. And I really love Michigan chances in this game. And I'm just super excited about tomorrow, man. It's about to be amazing in Ann Arbor.
I like where you're going with that because I could see Coach Harbaugh really opening up the playbook for this game. Obviously, last week was the first Big Ten game, but the fact that we jumped on Penn State so quickly, there really wasn't a need to show the offense, evidenced by Coach running the same play 8 straight times with kids literally laughing in the huddle as they call the same play over and over again. So I have a feeling that Coach, if it stays close, you're going to see some things that you haven't seen all season. I think you're going to see more of Jabril Peppers, to reiterate what you just said. And I also think you're going to see, us open the playbook with some perimeter, quick throws, going up top, Jabril being not only a decoy, but, actually carrying the rock. So this is going to be an amazing game and our biggest home game of the season, with us playing NSU and OSU on the road this year, with Wisconsin coming in as a top 10 team, having beaten LSU, having beaten Sparty. I mean, this is the biggest home game of the season, probably that we'll have all year. And if you just look at that recruiting list of the kids that are visiting to come and see this game, it pretty much tells you all you need to know about how big this game's going to be.
That's so, man, so true. And speaking of that, man, this is who's who far as recruiting lists, man. I mean, wow. Michigan has an impressive list of recruits that's going to be in attendance at this game. What is it, 3 5-stars and 12 4-stars?
I mean, it's just too many to just name them all, but, obviously the usual suspects that have been on Blueprint's radar, obviously, and everyone else is at Michigan is, the fact that our buddy Cesar Ruiz is coming in and Alex Leatherwood is coming in.
Shout out.
I mean, so, some of those really, really guys from the Goon Squad that can just make, that's where national championships are won. With guys like Ruiz, guys like Leatherwood, you put those guys in on that line year 2, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it.
Ooh.
So having those guys on campus this weekend is going to be, huge for us. Huge.
Wow, that's amazing, man. And I get a lot of little Sparty fans, man. They keep talking about Big Ten championships they won and all this stuff, even after they got, dealt with last week at home against Wisconsin. And I'm like, why are y'all still talking about the past? If we want to talk about the past, Michigan leads the Big Ten in Big Ten championships with 42. Even with the run Ohio State went on, they're close as second place with 35. So, I mean, come on, man. Why you guys they just need to stay relevant, man. Need something to say. That's so irritating, man. They like that gnat that just won't go away.
Sparty, you know what? Sparty, obviously, the record speaks for itself. But to me, once the conversation starts changing to what they've done in the past, that means Michigan is whooping that you-know-what.
Yes, sir.
I don't even have to say it. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the conversation with Sparty fans, after a few more weeks and into next season, if that's what they're talking about, then that means we took care of business.
Yep, that sounds good to me, man. So let's get to a break real quick, Zeke, and then we're gonna go into how your week been on social media, my friend. So we'll be right back after this break.
Hater alert!
Lose the cable bill, but watch cable still. Android TV boxes are here. For a limited time, get yours for $99. These boxes will stream in stunning HD clarity all your movies, television programs, sports, and more. 24-hour tech support and 1-year warranty is included. JVRbox.com. Visit JVRbox.com and get yours today for a limited time for $99. Lose the monthly cable bill, but watch cable still. Get yours today.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Show. Michigan Man Ray and your boy Zeek. That's right. You need to get one of those TV boxes, man. Hey, lose the cable bill, watch cable still. They selling like pancakes. I love pancakes. Speaking of pancakes, man, those Blueprint polos are sweet, Zeek, man. Oh, man. Now the Nike Dry Fit boys came in. We looking sweet, man. Looking geared out. You got your Gilligan hat, man, with the block B on it. We geared out here on these streets, man.
Man, those Blueprint boys are looking extra sharp. There's no doubt about that.
Yes, sir. So stay connected. Check us out. Check our website out, theblueprintmichigan.com. Check out the store. You can see the Blueprint shirts that we have and everything. But you said hater alert before the break, Zeke. Go on, tell us what's going on, big fella.
Well, I tell you what, man. There's a group of young men out there in the Twitter world that all believe that you need to handle your social media the same exact way when it comes to just talking to people that you might already know. I've never had somebody come and tell me how I'm supposed to talk to somebody else on Twitter. I mean, they follow me, I follow them.
You a grown man, though.
We are grown. We all grown, right? We all grown. So I just have a hard time understanding why, certain people on Twitter are chirping. They got those Twitter fingers, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. But we did have a semi disagreement this week with some of the other outlets covering Michigan football, and basically it goes like this: they didn't like the fact that I asked them or questioned them when they're questioning Coach Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh, that's been in football all his life. His dad was a coach. His brother won a Super Bowl as a coach. His sister is married to a basketball coach. That guy, that Jim Harbaugh that played in the NFL, the guy that drank so much milk he grew to 6'3" so he could play quarterback in the NFL. The guy that said that he wanted to do in his life was play football, coach, and die. That guy. That's the guy that people are questioning in I think it was a 37-point blowout. So you want somebody to nitpick the coach in a post-game press conference about a kid that got hurt and nobody touched him.
Wow.
A kid that got hurt and nobody touched him. Unfortunately, Jeremy Clark went down. Shout out to Jeremy. I know he's going to get better real soon, and I pray to God for him that he gets that 6th year so we can see him back next year playing in the big house. So praying for him to get well and praying for him for us to see him next year on that field.
That
but
sounds good.
At that time, someone to ask Coach why he had Jeremy Clark on the field when Jordan Lewis was back there returning kicks, Jabril Peppers was back there returning kicks. There were several starters from our special teams still on the field. So, you just tell me this, Ray. If we're actually in a close game and say Coach makes a decision and we end up, maybe even losing the game because of it, how is Coach going to take me seriously when I have to ask him a tough question in a tough situation if I'm asking ludicrous questions in a blowout?
I know. Shut the fuck. Shut. Did I say no? Oh shit! Say it again. Say something else. Oh, say something else. Say something else, nigga.
Common sense is not so common no more, Zeke. And wow, that's interesting, man. I kind of looked at your feed there, man. It was crazy. So how did it go from that to recruiting?
I'm still trying to figure that out. So we went from talking strategy on the field, disagreement, it happens. All Michigan fans aren't going to believe the same thing. It makes sense. We get it. But for that to go into a personal attack about how I handle my Twitter account, child, please. What are we talking about right now? The recruits that I do talk to, you might want to check and see that they actually follow me. That we talk about more than your top 5 and when you plan on making a decision and what goes into your decision and how do you like this. No, we actually talk about real stuff. How you doing in school? How's everything, your mom and how good she's doing with you and Pops and we talking about church. We talking about stuff. We ain't talking about the same thing y'all talking about. So before you come up in my mentions or talk to my man, Michigan man Ray, come at me, Zeek, know what you're talking about. All right, know what you're talking about. And better yet, I'll be in Ann Arbor. You can come talk to me right there in Ann Arbor at the field. I'll be there.
Hey, I don't waste time with them, man. If they want to talk, they ain't hard to find, So that's just where it's at with that. So, man, I'm really excited about the game tomorrow. You know, Blue Point boys will be in the house. Hopefully the rain stops, Zeke, man, so we can go and make our tailgate visits. And
yeah, man, you know that weather. I'll tell you what, if you got some of that weather we've been getting up there, you know, our special guest would be there in a heartbeat. But you know, we're not counting her out completely yet. But I would say it probably 60-40 on a reschedule at this point, because the last thing, you know, with her on tour right now and doing shows is to get her out there in that rain for a full game. And you know, as her little brother, I won't be able to live with myself if she had money being taken out of her pocket because she sacrificed and set out in the rain with me. So we will see how that goes. We'll keep everybody up to date. But again, it's just a reschedule. You will definitely see, you know, Miss Chili in Ann Arbor as soon as we can. All right? So
right.
Just a little update for y'all out there.
Yeah, man, and they better back off my boy, man, because they don't want these problems. They don't want these problems, man. But yeah, man, that's what's up, man. I'm really excited, man. I'm really excited about this group that's coming in tomorrow, man, and it's going to be hot. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at Rashawn Reeves, or just go at Michigan Man Ray, because we're going to be tweeting in-game photos of the Michigan-Wisconsin game. So, you know, in between the commercials, you don't want to see those little boring commercials, whatever, then just log on Twitter and check your boy out. We got the live in-game photos. And also, after the game, we got the Jim Harbaugh post-game conference with the players and everything. Just follow us on social media. Stay connected to the blueprintmichigan.com. We have all of that. Also, Zeke, man, we got a couple people, man, that's ready to join the family, man, and take this blog game to another level. You know, we always doing things out the box, man, and you know, we end up running this blog game.
Growth is a sign of prosperity, so let's keep growing this thing.
So, give us your prediction for the game.
I mean, let's do it, man. Let's do it, because, man, I've been hearing there's been some fake giveaways out there, man. What's going on out there in the Twitter world? If you're going to do a giveaway, whoever you are out there, if you're doing giveaways, make sure you have something to give away.
Yeah, right? Man, that's right. We gave away, 6 tickets so far this year, T-shirts, clothes. But yeah, guys, you know, they can't beat us. They want to be us, Zeke. That's why you're going through what you had to go through this week on Twitter. So they're taking shots. Why are you doing fake giveaways, man? That's just a lie. And, you know, credibility, man, it come down. You got companies that's folding right now because someone did not have integrity. Integrity is everything in this game. And that's the reason why parents like you, Zeke, recruits like you, because you're going to give them great information, you know, and you keep it on the up and up, man. And, hey, go blue, baby.
Go blue, man. I mean, that's what it is. Like we said, we're for Michigan. And no matter what it is, whatever Twitter beef you see, wherever you see, there's some kind of tug of war back and forth. With me, it's always because I'm for Michigan.
That's right.
That's not going to stop. You'll all know going into it. That means Zeke must be caping up for Michigan right now. He must be, because he's hot. So that's always going to be the case. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Yes, sir. So, man, I'm going to go with 38-21, Michigan.
All right, so you like those guys to get 3 touchdowns on us? The way I'm seeing it, man, I mean, they have a good running back. Corey Clement's a good running back, but I don't know that he has his legs up under him just yet. He's going through some injuries. They have a new quarterback, left-hand guy. I think it's Hornibrook is his name, and he doesn't throw the ball with any zip whatsoever. I mean, it's almost like he's lofting it, but he's putting it in the windows where it needs to go. So he must have some extraordinary anticipation in terms of where to put these balls, because there's absolutely no zip on it. So he's done well. I just think more than anything, what we've been able to count on against every opponent this year has been them making mistakes. Every team we played, even Colorado, they started self-destructing with either penalties or plays, hurrying up and changing their style. Whatever the game plan they came in, once Michigan, had them change it, you saw the mistakes come. So I don't think that that's what Wisconsin's going to do. You're going to have to beat this team. So they don't beat themselves. They're not going to make mistakes. They're not going to throw interceptions. So for the most part, we got to just head up on these guys and play really good, sound football. We can't make the mistakes. We can't have fumbles because they capitalize on that stuff. And we can't be too confident. I mean, we need to play these guys. We need to respect them. But in the same voice, we do have the better athletes. We do have more speed. And there's no question that, into the late third quarter, I mean, the third quarter is so big for Michigan. I mean, if you talk to the coaches, they'll tell you that, winning that third quarter is crucial because all the adjustments have been made. You know what to expect. You go out there with the plan, and it's who's ever plans better dominates, for the rest of the game. So I'm looking at us still scoring in that 40-point range. I got us at 42 to 17 is what I'm seeing. I know that's a huge, disparity in terms of the score, but I see it as being a close game early, and then Michigan just, dominating in the second half. So I got a 42-17 score.
Man, I like that score better. Well, there you have it, man. You got anything else, Zeke, man?
I got us with a special team touchdown. I know we've been scoring all different types of ways, but I don't know what it's going to be. I doubt they punt to Jabril. That wouldn't make sense. But I do have us on our special teams, scoring 6. But other than that, man, I'm really, really excited for the weekend because there are just some major talent coming in this weekend, and we won't know it, right? No one will know it, no matter what crystal ball they put out there. But a lot of these kids are really making their final decisions, on this visit. In terms of on Michigan, you know what I mean? It may not be their final decision in terms of what school they ultimately pick, but they're gonna know what they have in Michigan, after Saturday.
Yeah,
and that's huge because there's a lot of big time talent from down south, that can't always get up there to visit. So we just, like we always do, we just got to knock the socks off.
Yes, sir. Just got to knock their socks off, man. And I'm really excited. And Michigan is a special place for special people to do special things, man. And these recruits are going to have a great time. They're going to see a phenomenal game, and they're going to experience Ann Arbor, at an epic time. So it's going to be hard to top this visit that they're on up at Michigan right now. Right now and going into tomorrow. So I'm really excited. So shout out Alex Leatherwood, shout out Caesar, Willis, and the whole 9, man. All you guys, man. Welcome. And make a sound decision, fellas, at the end of the day. So that's all I got today. I'm excited about the game. Zeke, man, you can close us out. Another powerful Blueprint show here.
Just want to tell everybody that we will do everything we can to bring you guys some more shows. I know I've talked to quite a few people that go to the app and they're enjoying the music and enjoying the content, and they just want to make sure that that the Blueprint's bringing them some fresh and crispy info a couple days a week. So we will definitely work on that. Obviously, you guys know that we are family men. We got little babies running around too, so it's not always ideal for a radio show because quiet is pretty much not in their vocabulary. But
come on.
That being said, we will do our very best to bring you guys the information that we get because, again, we're just like family. So with that being said, have a blessed day. Let's kick the Whiskey Badgers where the sun don't shine and go blue.
Go blue. And, man, before I go, man, I forgot, man. Shout out to Dwayne, man. He was listening to us in his photography class, man. He had the station on. Blueprint show came on. Blue Brothers went off, man, and had a little music playing. And Ja Rule dropped a inappropriate word, and his teacher got upset. So he got detention, man. We apologize for that, Dwayne, man, and we got something special for you, man. Just wanted to give you a shout out, my brother.
We owe you one, Dwayne. We owe you one, man. Appreciate you listening. We'll get that rectified for you, my friend.
Yes, sir. So like Zeke said, have a blessed day and go blue.
Go blue.
It's the Blueprint.
An absolute must-see.
Now, first of all, I want to welcome you all to what? Michigan. That's what recruits want for Christmas. We on the list again. Stay tuned, keep your eyes glued, make sure you listen in. John Reeves is doing this thing, the Blueprint gets it in.